Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the OA podcast where we have lots of opinions, but most of them are pretty average. I'm Monica.
And I'm Anna. We have a long overdue and super fun episode this week. We'll be chatting about bags. Woo!
Wow.
Okay. This is a hot topic amongst our friend group, and a lot of people are enthusiasts of bags, all kinds of bags, handbags, tote bags, all that good stuff. But we thought it would be just a fun time to chat about it, talk about things like when you got into it, do you carry bags regularly, what you put in it, and like what's hot right now in handbags. So yeah, I'm like, I can't believe it took us this long to talk about this because it's
Well,
like
I like to try and keep the topics pretty general to the public.
Mhm.
I mean, I would say that maybe this would lean towards more women or female audience, but I mean, I think it'd be cool for guys to listen to it too in case you get
Mhm.
to give some gifts and stuff.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and know what your lady friends or your friends are into because it's definitely Ab always says it's like shoes for guys, right? It's like
Exactly, yes.
most guys are into shoes. So he always says like he notices when guys see each other, they don't know each other, or like guys or girls
You're
walk
like
into a room. Yeah, the guys will look at each other's shoes, the girls
yes.
will check out each other's bags. And I'm totally
Yes.
guilty of that. So let's get into it.
Woo!
I'm so
Okay.
excited.
This is the most excited that
Yeah.
Anna's
Been for a
Well,
while.
to preface, we'd like
Mhm.
to share our experience with bags.
Mhm.
I will go first because I would like to think myself a newbie to bags. I'm not well versed in a lot of luxury bags or just a lot of different brands of bags, even if it's not luxury. But I like them, but I feel like I'm very picky with my bags. So I might not have the same mindset for someone who is more knowledgeable about
Mhm.
luxury bags. And I feel like luxury bags are, yes, quite a hot topic, but even things like the little tiny mini totes and stuff like that. It depends on what shows up on my TikTok that I know is popular. So,
Mhm. That's your
so
influence. Yeah, that's what
yes,
influences you. Yeah. I
yes,
think
exactly.
you have me in your life now. So
I ask
and
her a
we've
lot of
been
questions.
yes, yeah, but I get different with from on because it's my thing. I would like to say, but I also again would like to preface that in this economy, like Jay and Ab
It's
have been saying,
economy.
it's hard. We all know we've been talking about this for episodes now, but it's a really tough time in our
Mhm.
country financially, and we may be going into a recession. We probably are going to. So it's not something that I throw money or we can't, it's just not a smart thing at this point for me to be spending money on. But I definitely have a love for bags. I have some crazy knowledge about bags, and I don't really know how I absorb. It's just something that you even if
Yeah.
it's a bag that I don't particularly gravitate to or know much about, I'll know what it is. It's weird. It's really weird. But I know Mon said she's new to the game, and we were just talking about this before we jumped on, but I think it's because Mon is younger than me. And so I think it's that too. Although I do have to say, you're right. There's a lot of people high school kids that are
Mhm.
super into handbags now, which is
Yeah.
so crazy. But for me, it was something that I got, I think, for my mom and my aunts. They were super into it
Mm.
when I was really young, high school, younger than high school. My mom's always been into it. And I totally remember, and this is pretty cool, but she said to me when I was younger, one day you'll be really into bags and you'll be really
Oh.
into designer stuff. And I was just like, whatever. I didn't
Yeah.
care. She's
This
totally
is
right.
naughty.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, I love it. And I could honestly say it's a passion of mine. I love the knowledge I have in it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's different. I think Mon, you like stuff like a casual, kind of like a casual, like a casual, viewer type of thing about it when I'm
Yeah.
"Rrr,"
Wait, what was that one more time? I think you froze. I don't know what you said.
I love it. I love it so much. It's just
Yeah,
fascinating.
it's very fascinating, and it's not like, oh, sorry, it's not like I don't like buying luxury bags. Obviously, if I had money, like, I would buy some nice bags. I'm sure everyone, if
Mhm,
they had the money, they would buy these nice bags.
mhm,
But like, I don't know. I feel like I was so new to the game that Birkins. Birkins are
mhm.
like obviously a very famous, iconic bag.
Yes. I'm
I can't
proud of
even
you.
spell that thing. I do not spell it right.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm like, "Is it
It's okay. I know what you're
IRKIN?"
talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And
It's
I don't
okay.
know how many times, in our friend group when we've talked about bags, I'm like usually like "Ooh, I'm just standing here listening," and then
You're
I
observing.
mention bag, and then I type it out, and it's just like, "Oh, you mean the right spelling," and I'm like, "I can't even spell it now."
It's okay. I know what you're talking about, so it's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's basically the gist of like where we're starting at the baseline.
Mhm.
Just so you know the where our knowledge is at. And I mean, you kind of like went into it, but are you into bags not only because of what they look like, but do you like consider the functionality of it?
I do, like, I think, I don't know, I've changed, like, my taste, I'm, like,
Mm,
older now, like, I think about it, like, I started getting into bags, like, gosh, like, early 20s, like, it was early 20s, like, such a big thing for me, and this is many women's, like, or, person's, thing is that they Coach, the brand
oh yeah,
Coach is,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they call it, like, the gateway drug, like, my age, like,
Hmm.
a lot of women started off that was like their very first like kind of way in, and then it just kind of escalates from there.
Yes.
So I've been really really into this for like 20 plus years already. I think my taste has changed a lot. Before, I used to
Mm.
really just like bags that I liked, like I thought looked good. It didn't really matter if they were like big or small or what the size was or the
Oh,
functionality. I just like, if I thought it was pretty, I wanted it.
yeah.
Where now it's definitely like a functionality type thing. And you know this because I'm with you all the time, but like I'm for some reason really gravitating towards small bags where I
Yeah.
only like keep like the essentials with me. I think like when we hang out, usually your bags are bigger than mine. Like,
Mhm.
mine are like tiny at this point. So hopefully Mon edits this episode because she always is able to put like cool graphics. I don't know how to do that, but like one of the ones that will hopefully, we could post it, but like the Longchamp Mini, which is
Mm.
a tiny, tiny bag that
You're gonna
I
have
have
to
been,
give me, like, full details of
yeah,
these just in case I'm
yeah.
like, "Which one
So
is it?"
it's the one that I've literally been carrying for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last like 6 to 9 months, but it's a bag that Winnie turned me on to. Winnie also, my sister-in-law loves small bags
"Hi,
because
Winnie."
she is a very petite lady. So it kind of makes sense for her, but it's literally just like this big and it just fits your essentials. But I've literally been carrying it around since like the fall, so yeah, that's for now. Definitely now it's a lot of functionality for me. Like I don't really carry totes. I sometimes carry bigger bags when we're, going somewhere where I don't know, it fits the outfit type of thing. But for the most part,
Sure.
like I'm really, really into like smaller bags. What about you, Mon?
I think I've always been leaning towards functionality of my bags. If they don't carry the stuff that I wanna bring, even if it's cute, I'm tossing it to the side. I'm
Mhm.
picking a bigger bag because it's like,
That
it
sounds
needs to
very
carry.
you.
I'm very practical.
Mhm.
It's like, I know the small bags, the shoulder bags or
Mhm.
whatever, like those mini things, they're so
Yes.
cute. I can't fit a lot of the
You
stuff I
can't
wanna
fit
carry.
anything. Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you whatsoever. Yeah.
But you even managed to put in the Longchamp Mini, like, you have, like, the organizer thing, and it's so you could, like, really optimize, like, what you put
Yes.
in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I just throw
Yeah.
stuff in, and it's like, as much as I have, like, an organizer in some of my bags, like a Marc Jacobs tote bag, that's, like,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
iconic thing. I
Mhm.
think that was, like, one of my first big, like, purchases of not even, like, a
Yes,
luxury
yes.
brand.
It
But
is, it
I
is.
was it?
It's a mid-luxury,
Oh,
it's
yes.
like a mid-luxury yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole
Yeah, I
thing, guys, there's a whole thing.
there's tiers.
Yeah,
There's tiers,
there's
and I don't
tears,
know
yeah.
where these things fall.
Yeah, yeah.
But I bought an organizer for that, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, because 'cause I'm, like, totally gonna fit a whole bunch of stuff in here,"
Mhm,
and then it just became so heavy for me, and then I was like, "I'm not gonna use it anymore because it's heavy." Not the fact that, "Oh, it doesn't go with my outfit."
mhm.
Sure, I consider that too, but it's like, it's too heavy, I don't wanna carry
Yeah, yeah.
it.
Definitely for me, like, I have, like, the little Longchamp, even though it's Mon will put a graph it's tiny, you guys. It's honestly
Mm.
it's actually a makeup bag. It's not even a bag. It's a makeup bag that people have
Oh.
turned into an actual little handbag because it's just so cute. So you actually have to buy an additional strap
Mm.
to, like, put onto it, but I put an organizer in there because I just even though it's small, like, the organizer has, like, slots for your cards. It just I don't know, it just is better with it. But there's also this funny thing where another really, really tiny bag that I carry all the time is my Chanel wallet on chain, which is right up
Ah,
there.
yeah.
You can see
Mhm.
it's tiny. It is literally like a wallet. It's in the name, a wallet on chain. You buy
Oh.
this thing on it's on Amazon where it's basically like an extender on the bottom. It's a base that just it kind of slightly stretches it and it holds its like
Oh.
stretch so that you're able to put like a bunch of stuff inside. So that little tiny bag up there literally holds all my essentials whenever I use it. But Mon, I totally agree with you. Like this is me just like not being practical, like you're the practical one in this
Mhm.
relationship, but like say I carry a small bag, right? I'll carry the little
Yes.
Longchamp bag and we're going to the Bay Area for the day and I need other things. I'll
Yeah.
literally carry a Trader Joe's tote with all the other
In
stuff
addition,
and, like, in addition but I'll leave that
mm,
this is probably not a great thing to do, but, like, I'll leave it in my trunk. Like, it has, like,
mhm,
other things in it that, like, maybe I'll need, but maybe I won't, but I'll just
sure.
carry it anyway. I'll leave it in the trunk of my car, or I won't, like, actually, like, bring it down with me wherever we're going, but I have it just in case. But, yeah, those tiny bags, like, they only fit, like, so much, but, they're cute, so I don't know, maybe I'm not being functional still.
You still lean towards, like, the look of it to
Yeah,
match
it
it out.
still has to like pretty much like everything I wear when I go out and stuff like it's pretty I guess unless we're just like schlepping around or whatever. Like I'd like to
Mm,
think like, everything's kind of like a little bit put together type of thing. So yeah, bags
yeah.
play a big role in that. And what I'd like to say is like I think both of us are very casual people. Like we're not
Mm,
like, it's very rare, I think, that we are, like, super dressed up or anything like that. We're
no.
just not, like we don't go anywhere that warrants
Ah,
that, like, right? We're very chill,
yeah,
we're very similar.
yeah.
We do, like, I wanna say, like, when I leave the house and, like, do activities and hang out, you're with me maybe, like, more than 75% of the time and we don't do anything, like, very, very dressed up, but what my point is that I feel like a nice handbag elevates any outfit. So like an
Totally.
outfit that, is just like we've talked about this, like where do you shop? Like, Nordstrom Rack. We don't really shop at Target anymore, but we have Target clothes, Uniqlo, H&M,
Mhm.
very basic places to shop that are very, pretty inexpensive, nothing like extravagant or whatever, but you throw on a nice handbag with that, and I feel like
Yeah.
it elevates your outfit. So that's
I mean, I've
also a thing.
seen a lot of, celebrities who obviously they can afford the bags, whatever bags that they want, but they also wear it with like such casual clothes. They look casual, but they're probably like $200 crew neck sweaters or something
Yeah,
like that.
I love it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that you can do that and it still looks nice and it does
Mhm.
elevate the look. Um, but you know, I don't consider other than, like, maybe the color of, like, the bag, and that's why,
Mm.
like, most of my bags are, like, brown or black because they can
Mhm.
just go with everything.
Mhm.
Um, but you're right, like, I think we're casual about it, and I always thought when I was younger that if you're gonna wear a nice bag, you have to pair it with nice clothes,
Mhm.
or else it doesn't look right because it's
Right.
like, "What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Why are you
You would think.
wearing?"
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
But it's totally like a thing now, if it wasn't already, that
Mhm.
you can wear more casual clothes with
Yeah.
your elevated bag.
Yes, yes. I mean, you see like a lot of not really in our areas because, we don't live like in LA or anything like that, but a lot of very wealthy people you see with Birkins and Chanel bags, and
Yeah.
they're like in like jeans and sweats and sneakers, and I love it. I feel like if you have nice things like that, like one of our friends, Janelle, always stuck with me because I'm the kind of person before, like with makeup and like stuff like that, like I tend not to like wear it or like just save it or whatever, like, skincare, good skincare. And she's
Special
like,
occasions and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah. And
that,
she's like,
yeah.
oh, like we paid for this. Like she's very
You
generous. Like,
bought it, you use it.
yes, yes. So starting to kind of get into that, and it's just like it's very true. Like, I think that's
Mhm,
one of the things. Like looking back, I know like a lot of people like I don't know, I don't really notice the shelf anymore, but like the bags that like my little Chanel bag is probably one of my most used. It's a Chanel bag, but it's so like easy, durable that I've literally worn it. Like I wore it to Disneyland, like worn it
mhm.
like it's so easy to travel with, and it's probably like my most favorite that I have right now. So yeah.
Nice. I hope
Yeah.
we'll hopefully find a picture of that one
Yes, yes.
too.
Wait, Mon, tell us like what's your favorite? Or it just depends, or like what
Um,
have you been like digging lately?
uh I will say that when I first got into any type of branded bag, a kind of well-known bag, I guess, I used to get really into fossil bags.
Ooh.
And that style is more, it's definitely on the casual side because it's all about the leather for
Mhm,
that kind of brand. But it's like rustic leather,
mhm.
totes. It's like more for, is it industrial? I don't even know
Like
what kind of.
distressed almost? Like, is that what you mean?
Kind
Like,
of.
mhm,
It's like a softer leather, not more like structured or
mhm,
whatever. But I used to really like those for some
mhm,
reason. I don't know if it's because with their regular brown and black bags. There was one
mhm.
that I was like really in love with for a long time. It opened like a doctor's bag. I don't know what do you
Oh,
like.
yeah. I think like you mean like a messenger? Oh, like a satchel?
No, I would say it's still like a shoulder bag or it can be a crossbody, but the way
Mhm,
that it opened, you know how like doctor's bags or like a dot bag where it's
mhm,
like it's a firm hinge around this
mhm.
zipper and then when it opens it stays open wide
Oh, okay.
and stuff
It's
like
in my
that.
head, yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
mean, I will try and find a picture
Yeah,
and
please,
put it
yeah.
here, but I love that bag, and it was purely just because I could just toss stuff in it and it
Mhm,
stays open for me.
mhm,
And I mean, because of the quality of the leather, it withstood, like, a lot of my tossing around, setting it
mhm,
down, wipe it off, or whatever,
mhm,
and, I mean, eventually, I don't really, buy fossil bags anymore.
mhm,
It turned into, like, more non-branded what do you call it? It's like bags that don't have a lot of the embellishment, the
mhm,
logos. I'm not really a fan of those with like the Gucci or the Chanel.
mhm,
I wanted it to just be as blank as possible.
mhm.
And I know that's a thing. Would you call that like a minimalist thing, but
Yeah,
maximalist thing?
because you're putting it's functional, right? So it's like you put yeah, you could put like anything in it. But I think it's
Because
just it's like just like I know so one of the things that is like a thing right now or popular, a lot of people talk about is like quiet luxury. It kind of
yes,
reminds me of that, like what you're talking about. It's like handbags that have just like it's very inconspicuous, and it's kind of like if like it
right.
doesn't have like a lot of loud
Mm,
logos. Big logos aren't in, I think, at the moment. I think it just really depends on like I think when it comes to stuff like that, like it depends on like where you are in your life. Like I feel like younger people may gravitate towards things that have logos more and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think maybe it also
mm,
depends on like your personality. Like I think I used to love like when I was first starting off in this thing, like I love like didn't really I don't know if I love I guess you could say like Louis Vuitton has the big, monogram that everyone is
mm.
like really, a lot of people really like. It's like
Classic.
iconic, right? It's
Yeah.
iconic. Like
Mhm.
it, your titas, all that kind of stuff. But
Mhm.
I have not bought an LV bag probably in like 15 plus years. It's just not me anymore, I think. It's just
You don't
not
like the
really.
look of them?
No, it's not really like there are some that like so for me to spend the money to buy a bag, I gotta really, really like it. Like I do a
Of
lot because
course.
it's expensive, right? The
It's an
bags are very,
investment.
yeah, it's a huge expense. Um, we're not rich over here. So, it's like when you're buying something, for me, I really, really think it through. And for some reason, as much as like there's definitely some LV bags out there that I've really liked, but have
Yeah.
not pulled the trigger. It's just like not enough to get me to like purchase it. Like my
Mm.
favorite LV bag is like something my brother gifted my mom like
Oh, yeah.
15 years ago. Like I know I borrow it sometimes. I know you've seen it and it's like a very old speedy. No, it's like it's not
Oh.
it's an old speedy. Hopefully you put a picture of it, but it's very like,
Mm.
it's not, it doesn't have the big monograms. It's
Yes.
one color. So you can't really, unless you like look at it closely. But anyways, like I don't know. It's just I really feel like as I've gotten older, like my tastes have changed when it
Sure.
comes. And for you, Mon, like we always say this, like I wonder if we get along so well because I feel like you're an old soul, like
Mm.
and it could be just like your taste is like sophisticated and a little bit more like you know
It's
like
weird that, like, you say that, and I do agree. I've always felt like I was, like, 40 and older ever since, like, I was, like, 20, because one of the bags that I also liked before Fossil
Mhm,
was this really old, I wanna say it was a Gucci bag. I
mhm,
think it was a Gucci bag,
mhm,
and it was my mom's. It was an old one she, like, had tucked away for, like, the longest time, and I was, like, asking her, "Can I use this?" And she
mhm.
was like, "Oh, why do you wanna wear that? That's for old
Like an
people."
old lady bag type
Yeah,
thing,
and I was like,
yeah.
"I don't know, I like it." But then
Mhm.
that was also the time where I was like, "I like wearing granny sweaters," and people would call my sweaters, like, granny sweaters, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Am I a Benjamin Button situation right now? Am I an old person
Yeah,
living in a
well,
granny
that whole
body?
thing that people are talking about, like, what is it, like, the granny hobbies? Like, have you heard of
Yeah,
that? Like, knitting is, like, super,
mhm,
like, what else? Like, I know, like,
crochet,
yeah, like,
thread,
all that kinda stuff. It's, like, stuff that, like, older people used to do. It's now, like, a thing for,
yeah,
younger
it's an
folks, you know?
aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
definitely.
they've rebranded it to a cozy brand,
Uh-huh.
like, it's just cozy things to do,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
instead of
like
granny.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
'cause, I mean, I liked that kind of stuff when I was younger. It's funny that I don't really like Gucci and stuff like that
Mhm.
now, and whether it's, like, newer brands like Polen
Mhm.
or, like, I think Coach has done, like, a rebrand on a lot of
They
their
yeah,
collections.
they're doing great. Yeah.
Yeah, I really, like, looked into those, and I'm very intrigued, but I would
Mhm.
say I don't personally buy a lot of bags myself
Mhm.
because, I'm very frugal, like, I don't think I invest in myself enough for, like, those type of things, like, I think I could spend it towards something else that I
Mhm.
could probably use, and it's not, of course, to say, like, you decide however you wanna spend your money.
Right, right.
I would say a lot of my bags, I'm very blessed they come from, like, my mom and my mother-in-law because they love bags, and I have a lot of bags that I'm just
Yeah.
like, I wear once in a while.
Yeah,
Once in a
yeah.
while. You know what stops me from changing bags so often? I don't know how people do this, but I don't like taking stuff out of my
Yeah.
bag and putting it into
No,
another bag.
that's a thing. That's a thing. So what I always like on an everyday basis, I have like my everyday bags that I use. Like the Longchamp bag is basically what's hanging
Mhm,
downstairs on my coat rack. That is like what I bring to work or like what when we go out or whatever. That's usually what I'm in. If I'm gonna change into another bag, it's a whole to do. And yes, it's super annoying. And I usually do it like the night before that we're going out because I'll always run out of
smart.
time and it's just like, it's a whole thing. It's like different wallets fit into different bags. Like,
Yes.
but yeah, so it's like definitely a whole thing. But Mon, speaking of like what you keep inside, what are things that are like, as I'm talking about, like my bags are super tiny. What is like must for you to carry? Like you have to have this or else like if it won't fit in the bag, then the bag basically doesn't work.
Mm,
You know how a lot of people, their phone is the thing, right? It's like if my phone doesn't fit
absolutely.
in here, then I can't even buy it,
Can't do
which
it.
eliminates like the mini bags. But like
Yeah.
what is it for you?
No, definitely the phone. If I could not fit my phone with the minimal amount of other things that I feel like are necessary in my bag,
Mhm,
I'm not wearing it.
mhm.
Like, I'm gonna have to use that bag as like a giant wallet in another other big bag or something.
Mhm.
But, aside from my phone, I mean, I carry it if I have pockets, but I do like the idea of sometimes just putting it in my bag,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I
And
agree.
I would say for the basic necessities of my bag, of course, a wallet. Now that can change, and the same thing goes for my wallet. If I ever want to change it
Contents?
out to something smaller,
Right,
it's
right.
like I'm so lazy to swap everything out
Right,
and put it
right.
in another bag or a wallet and then put it into another bag.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is just me exposing like my ADHD or like my OCD, but it's really a struggle for me to switch things out because it's just such an inconvenience to me.
Mhm,
So if my big like right now I have like this Coach wristlet as a wallet.
mhm.
I don't think it's, like, actually, like, a wristlet bag, but it's a wallet, and I would say that's pretty big, and it's, like yeah, it has all my cash, my cards, my ID. If that thing does not fit in my bag, I will not use that bag. No matter how
Mhm.
nice it looks, how no matter how
Wow.
it fits, I'm not
Mhm,
gonna use it, but if my phone, my wallet I have to bring keys. I always bring home keys and my car keys
mhm.
because, whenever I go with Jay if he's carrying keys, it ends up in my bag anyway.
Ah, okay.
So I just have it, I hold it, and then some kind of lip
Yeah,
products,
yeah.
whether it's like lip balm. Oh, and then maybe sanitizer, people are gross these days.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think that's like the bare minimum, but
Mhm.
somehow things just keep adding on of like, "Oh, maybe I should bring some medicine for just in
Yeah,
case,"
yeah.
or like "Oh, I should bring a mirror 'cause, this my phone's not cutting it to, like, put on my said lip
Right,
product,"
right. Yeah.
or you want options for your lip products, so it's a lip balm, lip gloss, lip lipstick.
Yeah. Mine is, like, super specific, but I think I've, like, narrowed it down to, like,
You
my
have to fit in that
must-have. Yeah. So
tiny
I'm
bag.
pretty good at it, but, like so the funny thing is, like I said, the Chanel walk behind me that I carry all the time and the organizer in my Longchamp have slots built into it.
Um,
So I don't need a wallet, but I mostly do now these days, if I'm carrying a wallet, it's a card case. I think you know this. Like I don't really carry
oh,
like a wallet. It's just a card case, very minimal ID. For some reason, I always feel like I need my health insurance card. So my,
sure.
a Costco card for some
I
reason.
still carry my COVID card, okay?
You do?
I do. I'm
And
gonna
like
keep that thing forever. I'm gonna show my children, "Back in the day,
yeah,
we
and
had to show proof."
like a credit card, just like in case I lose my ATM and my ATM
Yes.
card, which of course you have on your phone too. But like
Mm,
that, my phone, surprisingly fits in both those bags. Those are like my
okay.
smallest bags that everything has to fit in. But interesting, on top of those, the things that I always have to have is lip balm. Like I cannot go anywhere without lip balm.
Mhm.
Giga, which
Oh,
is my
yes.
like headache balm, and we have like mini containers of them. We found like the mini containers. Um, it's so funny, but lately it's Vicks Vapor Rub. Like,
Oh, on
I
top of the
always
Giga?
on top of the Giga, and because
Oh,
we just came from the Philippines, I don't know if they have these here, but in the Philippines, they have tiny Vicks that are, like, this big.
how
They're like
cute.
s yeah, I so that fits in there, and then,
Okay.
I have a tiny, tiny, like medicine little compartment thingy that I just have to keep with me because I have medication that I need to keep with me at all times. But that is like the bare minimum. But the thing that like is always like gets thrown off that I wish fit, but like
I know.
sometimes it doesn't. You know what it is?
I noticed your water bottle.
No, it's lotion.
Oh. Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because you bring your water bottle around
Well,
everywhere.
I just carry it though. it's
But
like,
that's
look,
so interesting. It's like you would rather carry it
yeah, yeah.
than, like, put it in a bag.
Yeah, because I rarely carry big bags that will fit a water bottle.
Right.
Like, I have, like, the cool Pollen bag that, we talk about. For those
Mm,
that don't know, Pollen is, like, a newish brand, and it's very,
mhm,
like, understated, but, Mon and I and a lot of our friends love this brand, but my cousin Vic was able to get me a really nice Pollen tote the last time she went to Paris, and that's a big bag, but, like, I love it, but I don't really carry it very often. But yeah, the one thing is the lotion, like like a little thing of lotion. Like,
mm.
I always like having it, but unfortunately, it's like the bottom of that priority list. So if it doesn't fit, that has, sanitizer, of course. Like, uh, but it's so funny with the sanitizer. Like, I have a specific sanitizer for, you know this. I think, like, the specific bag I have only fits this kind of sanitizer. And then this bag, I can put
Mm.
the bigger one in. Like,
It's like depending on what bag she has, she's gonna pull
yes,
out the Trader Joe's sanitizer
yes,
or the Touchland.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Or that, what's that
A
Japanese? Yeah,
Nishiki or
yeah,
Nishiki or
that
something like
one
that.
only fits in the Chanel bag. Like,
That's the really tiny, slim
that's
kind.
yeah, they call it, like, it's just like, and I don't think it's just a little thicker, but it's like a credit card
Yeah,
almost, like,
it's essentially
right?
like a card.
It's super, super small, and unfortunately, the bag above me, that's what fits. So,
Mm,
it's
mhm,
pretty
mhm.
cool. But oh my
I
god, you
mean,
guys, this is, like, so crazy. But yeah, it's this is a thing.
have you ever tried doing like because we were talking about the difficulty between switching contents of bags. Have
Mhm.
you ever tried the whole dump bowl method? Like everything
I don't
that
think
was
I know
in your
that.
bag, it's
Uh-huh.
like people have a bowl and they
Mhm.
just dump all their contents into it. Like, your necessities, the stuff that you always have with you, they just
Mhm.
dump it out of that bag so that they can put away that bag and take in another and then shove everything back into the new
Mhm.
one. And I guess it's kind of like a catch-all tray for, like, your stuff
Oh,
as soon
yeah,
as you get
yeah.
home.
Right,
But it's
right.
like, you never know when you're gonna be, like, on the go, you gotta grab your
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
like, why take stuff out of my bag? The thing is, when I swap stuff out of my bag, there's always, like, something left behind. Like, I leave this one lipstick because I can't fit it
Yeah.
anymore,
Right,
or I
right.
leave this one hand sanitizer because I already got another hand sanitizer left from the other bag.
Yeah,
And next thing
yeah.
you know, I'm like, "Where did I put
Right, right. There's,
this
like,
one
lip
thing?"
balms everywhere. There's, like, sanitizer. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I think I have a pretty good, like, method. Like, I don't, like, switch bags. Like, it's usually, like, on the weekends or whatever. If we're going somewhere and I wanna wear a particular bag, then I'll switch. But for this most part, like, day to day, like,
Mhm.
it's not, I'm wearing the same bag. But one, I wanted to ask you before we move on, because we're going to talk about a couple other things. But what's the latest bag that you have bought? Do you have one that you want to share? I think you
Like,
do.
doesn't have to be, like, luxury or
No,
anything.
anything, anything.
I think the latest one I bought was actually a bag from Amazon. Is that the one you're
Love
thinking
that.
of?
Yeah, I think so. It's the one. It's like Coach esque, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
definitely Coach dupe, bootleg, not officially Coach.
Inspired. It's a Coach. Like, I think, like, that's a
Inspired.
thing. Like, we'll get into, like, dupes. I
Okay,
think we can talk about
this will
that.
be
But,
good,
like, yeah, it's so
segue
cute. I
eventually.
love it. Yeah.
I'm not a big shoulder bag person, um,
Me
and that
too.
one definitely is a shoulder bag. I think
Mhm,
you mentioned it when we were talking about Winnie and, like, because she's so petite, she could wear, like, the small ones. I
mhm,
feel very self-conscious when I have such a small bag on my bigger frame. Like,
mhm,
I'm a bigger framed person, and I
mhm.
feel like
Same.
wearing a smaller bag somehow magnifies me to be bigger. Like, I'm a giant,
Yeah,
and I wear these little tiny
I
bags.
feel like that too, but I think I got over it because 'cause I'm super into small
It's so
bags.
cute.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
very
I
cute.
get, I totally understand what you're saying, because I felt that way for the longest time, where it's just
Mhm.
like, but on the other hand, like, you could probably would Winnie probably couldn't wear the giant, like, pollen tote that I have, the sim
Yeah,
that's, like, this big, I mean, she could as a
she
travel
could.
bag, but probably not, like, as a, everyday type of thing. But sorry, You were saying, so
Yeah,
your
yeah, well,
coach-esque.
talking about the
Mhm,
sim thing and the seam bag,
mhm,
the tote bag from Poland, they have 2 different sizes, and I
mhm.
remember trying to figure out which one I wanted, like, essentially, which one I think would look good on me
Right,
and
right.
be, like, practical, but
Mhm.
I was, like, thinking about the smaller one, and now that I think about the smaller one, you have the smaller one, right?
I have the bigger one. Mine's the
You
bigger
have the big
one.
so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
even more so, it's, like, the bigger one, I was like, "Man, if I got the smaller one, that'd be so tiny for me."
But I think that, like, what I like about that bag is that it has 2 sets of straps. So one
Mm.
hopefully can, but it has, like, a strap where you could it's back there,
Oh,
but, like, you could
I'm
just
gonna
hold it
backlog all
or
these
yeah, crook
photos.
I'll send you all the photos. So, like, crook
Yeah,
over your
please.
shoulder, and then it fits comfortably on your, shoulder too. But the cool thing is what I'd like to say is, like, the bag that you bought on Amazon is, like, I think that there's a movement towards longer straps now for shoulder bags, right?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Right, so it's just like all the trendy bags that you see now, the straps are longer because that's what, like, I'm a bigger person, so, like, I can't wear a tiny, like, shoulder bag. It's, like, not comfortable, but I think now, because I don't know if it's just the style or people are just more conscious of it, it's much more comfortable, but I'm also still not, like, a shoulder bag type of person. Like, I'm kind of like a crossbody gal all the way for the most part, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was, like, the first shoulder bag that I could even considered buying
Mhm.
because of what it was, and I saw that Coach had it, and I was like, "I don't wanna spend, like, $400 on a bag that I might not even wear that often," and also, in comparison I mean, I could go to the store, of course, but in comparison, like, I don't know how it would fit on me. So, sometimes when I find a dupe,
Mhm.
bootleg, inspired
Mhm.
type bag. Yeah, I'd buy the dupe,
And you
and
can
it's
return
so
it
much
very
cheaper.
easily. Yeah, it's
Yeah, if
you
I
can
don't
return.
like it, I can
Right, right.
return it,
Mhm.
and sometimes if it's, like, obvious, you can definitely tell it's not the same quality, that's for
Mhm.
sure, but I like the look. I wasn't necessarily looking for the brand, and I don't know if, people still consider that. It's like, yeah, if you know, but
Yeah,
also if you can tell that it's not the
yeah.
right thing, do you, like would you, as someone who has a dupe rather than the real bag, would you think of them some type of way?
No. So this is the thing. It's so I think that this is something we should clarify. There's a difference between a dupe and a difference between a fake. So those are two different things. So for those that don't know, a dupe is basically an inspired by bag. They're not trying to say that they're the Coach bag. They're not trying to
Right.
say, like, this is one of the topics that we have. We'll get into is like the Walmart Birkin, which caused a
Nah.
huge like uproar,
You're
or like
working.
yeah, the work in. So we'll talk about that. But a dupe is, it's like they're not trying to say that they're that bag. It's inspired by. So I think that for me personally, like, I think that that's completely different than a fake. So a fake, I mean, I don't know if I have to explain this, but a fake is like us going to, like, what do they call it? Like
Flea
Canal Street
markets?
in yeah, or like Canal Street, what I think of is like Canal Street in New York, or like
Mm.
in the Philippines, Green Hills. Like
Oh,
most
yeah.
Filipinos should know this. Like Green Hills is basically where they sell fakes. Like it's literally like a Chanel bag, an Hermes bag. The logo's there, blah blah blah. But obviously, it's not. It's just like it's $50 or $100, which I think is a lot of money to spend on.
Aren't there even tiers about the
Yeah.
fakes
Yes, I
too?
so apparently, like, in the Philippines, they grade them. Like, a
Yeah,
grade A
it's crazy.
Birkin is like, it could literally be, like, 9,000, not 9,000, I'm sorry, $900, 900 bucks for, like, this is, like, a replica that, like, even a person that probably has pretty good expertise wouldn't be able to tell. So, this is someone I feel like that's trying to pass their bag off as the real thing. That's
Okay,
different than, like, I think someone like you just want, you like the look. You don't care about the brand. You just want, you like
right.
how it looks, and you don't want to pay 400 or 500 bucks. So we're gonna get it on Amazon, which I think is totally fine. Like, I kind of like
Mm,
embrace that more because I just feel like it's so expensive these days. Like, I can't spend like thousands of dollars on bags at this point. So I feel like it's two completely different things. I do feel a certain way about fakes. Like, I'm not a fan, but
mm.
also want to say, like, do you, it's you, you know what I mean? Like, to each his
Yeah,
own.
it's your money.
It's your money. If that's how, that's totally fine. Like, I know it's a thing. It's like a lot of people say it's like a Filipino tita thing. And I kind of feel like that's why I also am turned off by LVs, because I feel like
Oh.
a lot of people wear fakes. Like, you can't really, I don't know. Like, and I'm
Oh,
just not into it. So like, I don't buy it, type of thing. So I think that's
I
why.
see.
But I think there's a very clear distinction between dupes and fakes. Like, if you go to any, like, I don't know if you call them like fast fashion store, but like, like, what is this? Anthropology has tons of dupes. Like, all their
Oh.
bags are basically inspired by
Mhm.
the, designers. Like, one of their big ones is Bottega Veneta. I don't know if you know what
Oh,
those
yeah.
are. Yeah,
Mm.
those, they're like the woven bags, and like
Yeah.
all of those. Like, if you go on, like, the Anthropology website, they have all those bags, but they're not Bottega, they're Anthropology. It's
Right.
inspired by,
They
type
named them
thing.
something
Mhm.
else.
Mhm.
It's a very similar look, but I guess it's like for something, because I was talking to Jay about this earlier about like the difference between bootleg fakes or dupes and stuff like that. Because he was saying uh, for the Birkin, let's say, and the Walmart Workin,
Mhm.
um, it's such an iconic bag, though. It's like, how can you say you like the look when the look was the
The
Birkin?
Birkin. Yeah. Yeah,
So
for
it's
sure.
like,
Yeah. Is
it
Jay's
could be up for debate.
yeah, is Jay's understanding of, or your understanding of dupes and fakes, like, am I, like, saying that correctly? I just want to
I
make sure,
lean
like.
towards more your
Mhm.
description. You say it better than I did. I was like, yeah, dupes are not necessarily saying that they are the bag or bag that they're inspired by.
Mhm.
I was thinking like it doesn't have the branding on it. It doesn't
Right,
have,
right.
it looks like the same lines, the
Mhm.
style, but it's not
The quality,
fake etched
probably.
like Coach
Yeah.
or anything like
Mhm.
that. Or
Mhm.
but yeah, Jay was kind of saying it's like, well, the Hermes bag, does it have usually Hermes on it? Like,
It's
do they
very
usually say?
small. So, that's the
Ah,
thing about Hermes. Hermes, I feel like, is very, if you know, you know. It's
mm,
super quiet luxury. It's not, I feel like they do have it's not, it's like, I guess you could say, like, a stamp that says Hermes Paris, whatever, Hermes
okay.
made in
That's what
Paris,
I
but
thought.
it's tiny. It's this
Mhm.
big, and you don't see it, like, it's not flashy or whatever. You literally have to look, like, a close up look, type
Right,
of
right, right,
thing.
right.
You'd have to see it up close in order to see. And so the Walmart Birkin, or the Workin, as people call
Mm,
it. So what that is like, Walmart didn't make it. What did it? You know how, like,
no,
like,
it was
Walmart
a third
sells
party.
things. Yeah, a third party. They sell things online for third parties.
Mhm.
And apparently, this was like a whole thing when I came back from the Philippines. Like, there was this bag that looks exactly like the Birkin, but it doesn't have any logos, but it's literally like exactly like it. Um, and people just started calling it the Walmart Birkin, the Workin, right? And they were
Right.
sold out. I looked it
Yes.
up. It was like $100 or less,
Something
right?
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like super popular. I've never seen one in real life. I don't know. They
Me
were
neither.
sold out, but like, I've never seen one. But like, yeah, it was a whole thing. I feel like that's pretty much like a dupe, I think, because
I would say it's a dupe.
they're not trying to, like, when you go to like Green Hills, like in the Philippines, like, those have the stamps, like, they have, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everything. It's freaking crazy. But
Yeah.
I don't think the Walmart Birkin, like, had anything. You can't. You'll get in trouble if
Right.
you do. That's like
Sure. It's a lawsuit.
counterfeit.
For sure.
Yeah, that's counterfeit. So I
But
think
it's
that's,
like, why wouldn't they, you can't, uh, or they can't sue for the lookalike,
yeah,
you
I
know?
guess not,
I
because they didn't. And it's not like, this is not the first lookalike bag. Like, there's
there's
tons of
plenty.
them. There's tons. Like, I've seen other, like, brands, like, very, like, not brands that you would know of, like, copying the Birkin. They're very
Mhm.
small. You'll see them. I see them on my feed. I'm like, I like have to take a second glance, but they're like, no, they're basically inspired by. But I think this
Right.
one blew up because it was Walmart that was
Right.
it was like selling it, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess, like, I mean, to be honest, like, if they weren't allowed to, they would have gotten sued, and they're
Oh, for
still
sure.
doing it. So I think it's, I don't know if it's okay or whatever, but they're definitely not getting in trouble for it.
I
So,
mean, that kinda goes with, like, any kind of dupe type thing, right? Whether it's makeup or clothes or
mhm,
accessories,
mhm.
and it's like, oh, clearly they were trying to make a dupe
Right,
of a
right,
very high-end brand type thing, and
right.
they're not getting sued for it. So I guess
Yeah,
there's, like, some limitations or
yeah.
restrictions around that type of thing.
So one of the things that you just reminded me of is, I don't know if
Mm.
you know this, but do you know the Chanel tweed jacket? It's
Oh,
like
yes.
yeah, so those jackets are like iconic. It's like $10,000 at Chanel. It's a tweed jacket, different
Mhm.
colors. It's very like, and it's very known. It's like Chanel-esque. Like you see those, like I have one from like H&M, like that I bought
Yeah.
that looks like it, but obviously is not $10,000, not a $10,000 jacket or whatever. But it's they do it with everything. It's not just
Yeah.
bags.
I followed so many different accounts of like, get this look for less.
Mhm.
It's just like, yeah, this white tee that's $500
Yeah, yeah,
designer,
exactly.
but you
Exactly.
can get it. You can wear the same kind of
Yeah.
white tee look, but it's not like you're gonna say
Yeah.
it's from Chanel or something.
Yeah, it's like you often see those things like exactly what you said, like get this look for less, right? So
Mhm,
they'll have a celebrity with like all
mhm.
their stuff,
What they
like
wore.
yeah, what they wore, and then they'll have like basically like very similar items for like a fraction of the price. So I'm not
Yeah.
hating on, like I don't, like me as a person, like I'm not, we're not wealthy people, like to each his own, and I'm not one to
Yeah.
judge, like, what people carry and all that kind of stuff. So as much as I love like designer goods, like it's not like I can't afford all of it. So I just feel like at this point it's just like buy what you like. If it brings you joy, it makes you
Mhm.
happy, and you're not hurting anybody, then fuck it. Buy it.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
going well, let's go away from like luxury high designer brands,
Yeah.
but
I
let's
know
talk
where you're
about a
going.
very popular bag that is very affordable if you can grab it.
Look,
But
I'm pointing. Can you see
she's
it?
got she's got one of the many
Yes, yes.
highly desirable Trader Joe's bags. And we're
Mhm.
not talking about like the plastic kind that they've had for like years. We're talking about they introduced the mini tote. It's an embroidered Trader Joe bag,
Yes.
and it went wild on the internet,
Yeah.
and I remember seeing it for the first time, like, on TikTok, and it was before the wildfire
Yes,
spread,
yeah.
and I was like, "That's really cute, I want one." So I told Jay when he was at work, I was like, "Can you go to Trader Joe's? Can you buy me, like, a bag?" And he's like, "Sure, what color?" And back then, it's like, "Oh, yeah,
Oh
what
my
color do you
god!
want?"
And this is pre, like, having to get in line and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, I know there's, like, 4, but I'm only gonna get 2. I'm gonna get the blue one and the green one." And I was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do with this," but it was really cute. And the next
Super
thing you
cute.
know, everyone was buying it. It was selling out
Yes.
everywhere, and, everyone was, like, walking around, "This is my new purse now."
Yeah.
People who could put it over their shoulder,
Yeah.
put it over their shoulder as a shoulder bag, and it was my lunch bag for a while. And right now, after that whole thing, they released, like, a new set of bags, or new color
Yes.
styles,
Yep, pastels.
the
Yep.
pastels for Easter, for
Yes.
spring,
Mhm.
and, I think I saw on eBay, guess how much they're selling them for?
So crazy, so
It's
crazy.
like $120
That is and they're
for
two
a
ninety
bag
nine,
that's, like, this
guys. Yeah,
big,
yeah.
and it's just
Shall I grab mine?
I
Shall I
mean,
grab
yeah,
mine?
go for it,
Okay,
yeah.
but you'll have to edit this because when I get up, I'm gonna be in my
Of
pajamas.
course, of course, of course.
Okay.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. Okay.
You got
I got
them.
them. Okay. I don't know, like everyone that I spoke to, only me and like Vic were like interested. Like my friends that I
Oh,
talked to on the daily, no one cared. No one lined up, but I don't know. I wanted them. So, okay,
yeah,
so this is the new one. So it's just a tiny tote, right? So it's a tiny
yeah.
tote. So these are the pastel colors. So if you can see,
Mhm.
so here's
The
the purple, the
lavender.
lavender, and then there's
A
pink.
pink one.
Yeah, and they also have like a mint color and
Oh,
blue.
yeah.
I think. So,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God. So these dropped yesterday, guys. Like
Oh, it was
the
yesterday. I thought it was
line,
today.
it was 2 days. So yesterday I got in, like, so I go to my local Trader Joe's by my work. I go there for like every drop that they have. And
Hmm.
usually they open at 8 o'clock. If I'm there by like 7:40, it's like fine, no biggie. I'll get it, no
Sure.
problem. This one was insane. Like wrapped around, like I still got there at 7:40. I got
Uh,
super lucky, but I think I was like probably in the last 20 people that was able to get it. And it already wrapped by the time I got in line. It wrapped
wow.
around the building. I heard today was even worse.
Oh
And
my gosh.
texting with like, you see it on Instagram, like you see like people posting the reels of the lines and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff. It was like madness. I don't, it's so stupid. Like I don't do anything with these. I just like want, need, and like stare at it. But like I don't really like, I use it as a like snack bag when I like jump on a flight.
Yeah.
That's like I
I mean,
don't
there are cute
really,
bags
yeah,
that
they're
just sort of
cute.
toss stuff in really quickly,
Yeah, yeah,
and they came out with some really cute colors, and I
yeah.
mean, it was just luck of the draw that a lot of people are into canvas tote bags.
Hmm.
It's small and cute, and people love Trader Joe's.
Yes.
That equation is just
Yeah. And it's cheap.
virality.
Yeah, it's two
It's
ninety
cheap.
nine. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't, you know, like
It's two ninety
2.99.
nine, but
It's
it's
easy.
sold for
Yeah,
$120 at
that's
this
so
point.
crazy. That is,
It's
yeah,
wild.
it's insane. So
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
I have one of the big ones, and then I have 2 of the small ones. Oh, no.
Mhm.
1,
No,
yeah.
you gave me one of your small ones.
I gave you the red
Remember?
one, right?
No, you gave me blue because I think
Oh,
you
no, I gave you
kept
green.
green, or did you
No,
give
no,
me
no.
green? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
you're
it's like
so kind. Like,
I did
yeah,
it. It's just gonna
yeah.
sit there. I don't even know where mine is.
Yeah. So like the original colors were the primary colors. So it was like
Yes.
yellow, red, blue, and green, right? And
Mm.
I go to Trader Joe's all the time. I'm definitely like one of those people that shops there all the time. And I didn't know about them. And there was this girl that like, this is before it blew up. This girl went up to one of the employees, was like, can I take as many as I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't had no clue. And then I realized it was the mini bags. And before when they first came out, no, they weren't a thing. They were just
Right.
mini bags. And then there was just now, like every time they drop, there's going to be lines. It's not going to be like
Mhm.
before where you would like find them in store. So
Right.
the funny thing is have you seen the Ranch 99 ones?
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
also one that's like Milkis brand. I don't know if you know that. It's like a
What's
Korean
that?
drink. It's a
Oh
Korean
yeah, yeah,
and they sold mini totes in promotion with their drink, and it
yeah.
had Milkis and Hello Kitty on it.
Oh my god. Yeah, now it's pretty much like started, I think, with the Trader Joe's, but like the
Mhm.
Ranch 99, I will be embarrassed to say that me and Winnie may have driven around looking for them. But
Did you find it?
apparently, no, apparently they're, I don't think they're here in Northern California. I
Oh,
think it's a SoCal thing. Like we've never like come across it, but it looks identical to the Trader Joe's except it says
mm.
Ranch 99,
You
which
know,
is
our
hilarious.
supplier is making those
The
tote
same
bags. They're
ones,
in
yeah.
hand over
Yeah,
fist for all these
yeah.
high number
But
supplies.
who knows, like, one of the things that I was like, "Dude, like, these are probably made in Asia s for sure. These
Oh,
are made in
yeah.
Asia, like, they're gonna
Ooh,
go up in price
they're
next
gonna
drop,
be
I'm
like
sure."
$10.
Yeah, which, that is, I don't know if I would buy them for 10 bucks each. I think
I
that's a
think
lot. That
this
is a lot,
this
actually.
this release, I think, was very popular because it's for spring, and I
Mhm.
think for the price and the quality of those bags, they're really good for Easter bags.
Yeah, yeah, they're
So, I'm sure
great.
a lot of people are buying them instead of your traditional, like, wood,
Easter
woven
basket.
baskets.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so people are gonna use that as, like, Easter egg
Yeah,
hunting
and you
type
know
thing.
what?
I would.
One of the things that, my cousins and I did, so I don't, if I'm sure everyone knows, but like Trader Joe's is only in the US. There's no Trader Joe's even in Hawaii or like Canada or Philippines obviously doesn't have one. But we bought those bags, the tote bags, and we put a bunch of Trader Joe's like snacks inside and we gave them as
Mhm.
pasalubongs in the Philippines
Oof,
to like our
you were
cousins and friends.
popular.
Yeah, they were so like thrilled. Like my cousins in Canada, I gave them like they're really good gifts and souvenirs and treats to give to your family. And you know,
Mhm.
Trader Joe's is very reasonable, so I think it's
Yeah.
just a really cool gift. So that's definitely something that's like viral right now are the bags. Like I'm guilty as charged, stood in line and all that kind of stuff. So yep,
Yeah, this is where my practicality came in. It's
yeah.
like, I don't need more
But
bags.
it's like I said, like most of my friends, I don't think anyone like did it. Like I don't feel like anyone like really stood in line or like wanted it or whatever. It's just me and one cousin that were like, you know, talking about it that like actually went to get him. But weirdly, like saying that, like no one I knew was really into it. The lines this time were crazy. I've never seen them like
I
this.
think it's a lot of people who didn't get to experience the first
The
wave
first time, yeah.
and now wanna get into this wave.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's easy, it's
So,
cheap, it's, you know, and I
yeah.
work like, you know, I work for in higher ed, so I go to the Trader Joe's by my work and it was all college kids that were in
Mm,
line,
mhm,
which is like
mhm.
crazy
You're
for
about to
them
see a
to
bunch of college kids
kids,
walking around
yeah.
campus with,
Yeah.
that as their lunch bag or their book
Yeah.
bag or whatever.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny is I've seen, like, because you know, we're talking about, like, the straps are really short on these, like, you
Mhm.
can't really, like, you
My
know,
arm is
comfortably
not.
carry it, so I've seen people, like, attach, like, longer
Ugh,
straps to it, like, they
yeah.
put, like, grommets, super creative, and people even put,
Sure.
like, patches on it, you
Of
know,
course,
like,
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
patches and different decorative, like, you know, aspects. It's really cute, but it's just it's what it's right now. I think this is what our country needs something fun, cheap, you know, something that brings us joy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
have to be
it's
luxury
easy.
bags, it could be cheap bags, it could be dupes, it could be
Yeah,
whatever you
anything,
want.
whatever makes
If
you
you
happy.
enjoy it, I mean, what's the harm, like you said?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just, I guess what's it called? What's the saying that they use? Like, consumerism has really popped off today.
Really?
Is that what they say?
You know what I've been
But
seeing a lot of? Like, you know how influencer, you know, they like get you to
sure.
buy stuff. That's how they make their money. There's like
Yeah.
an opposite movement now where it's like I've seen reels where it's like someone goes to Target and it's like, "You don't really need this. You don't really need
Let
this."
me
Like, you
de-influence
yeah,
you. You
de-influence, and
don't.
it's also like, you don't need to go to Target, you're just bored. You know what I mean?
Maybe I
Like,
need to do that. Let
yeah.
me de-influence you from buying
So, you guys, quick story, like, Mon is like she's very practical, like,
I'm the
even
dream crusher.
yeah, she's a dream crusher, so, like, we a lot of times, like and we haven't done it in a really long time, but we'll go to, like, a designer place or a store or whatever,
Mm.
and I just will want something, and she'll be like, "Do you really need that?" And I'm like, "No, I don't really"
And
you
I
know?
don't do it out of, like, meanness, okay? I'm just, like,
No,
trying to
but
put the
it's
reality check
true.
of,
It's really
"Oh,
true, like, you know
pause.
yeah, yeah.
Take a moment."
Yeah, you don't, like, you know, and that's kind of like what I also wanna say is, like, I like, as much as I love bags, I've been in the bag game for, like, a really, really long time where it's just like, I really don't need like, I pretty much not I don't have a ton anymore, like, I'm very practical now, but it's just like, I literally have a bag for every occasion, and, you know, how I just said, like, we don't go out a lot, right? So it's like, why do I need so much, like, where am I wearing these bags, you know? We're
Right,
going to
right.
Trader Joe's, right? You're either
Yeah.
going to Trader Joe's, we are going
I think
to get coffee, get dinner, like, we're not going anywhere extravagant, right? Like
one of my struggles is, like, how do you store all these bags? I'm, like, the worst at storing
mhm.
bags. I know you have, like, your shelf for,
Yeah,
like, some
yeah.
of them, but
Mhm.
it's like, how do people store all
Yeah,
these?
that's a huge thing, and there's all these things about, like, even, like, the proper way to store them to keep them pristine. Like, I've never really
Yes.
been like that kinda thing, but, you know,
Keep away from the
most
lights or
yeah, most
moisture.
high-end bags come with dust bags, as you know,
Mhm,
like,
mhm,
people say,
mhm.
like, you should store them upright, like, all this like, I don't really buy into that stuff, like, I just, like I like to see what I have most you know, most of the stuff that I have, like, I keep on my shelf, like, in rotation, otherwise, I for not that I forget I have it, but it's harder for me to, like, switch into it if I don't
Sure.
see it, you know, it's just like
Yeah.
that type of thing.
If
So
it's out of
yeah.
sight, out of mind,
Yeah.
and it's like, I feel like that's the struggle I have. I have a lot of struggles apparently with you know what? My day-to-day carry is a backpack, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I go to work, I use a backpack because I have to carry a laptop. I don't carry,
Yeah.
like, a separate type of bag. I don't carry a purse and a backpack, and I remember one time I did that, and one of my coworkers were like, I had my purse, I had my backpack, I had my lunch bag,
Lunch
and he's
bag?
like, "You have a bag, lady."
Yeah.
I'm
I
just like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're right."
true. For me, so like, I also carry a laptop every day. I don't leave my laptop at work, but, like, is the Trader Joe's, like, the big one, the
Mhm.
classic tote. That's my everyday, 4.99, I think 3.99. I
Yeah.
think it's 3.99, but schlep everywhere. It's dirty, like, I don't care or whatever. I put my food in there too and all that stuff, and then I'll stick the Longchamp in there, in case I need it, just that. But that's usually, like, my everyday. Like, I'm not one that, like, how some people have, like, fancy tote bags for work? I maybe
What
used to
considers a
before.
fancy tote bag?
Like, some people have, like an LV Neverfull. You know what those are?
Yeah, yeah. A
Yeah,
lot
like
of
an
college
LV.
kids
Yeah,
wore
or
them,
like
like,
the
when I was
yeah, or like a Goyard, the Goyard tote, like, people carry those for work, or like a Christian
oh,
Dior
like
book bag,
yes,
a
yes, that
designer
one.
a designer book bag. Like, I
Mhm.
am just like, "Nah, I'm not
Nah.
there anymore." I've, like, kinda moved past that, I
I've moved
think.
on to mini
Yeah.
tiny bags that
Yeah,
barely
mini
hold
tiny
stuff.
that barely holds anything, and I have to have a side bag, but that's okay. So, yeah. Oh my
Well,
god, Mon, we
oh
should, like,
gosh.
there's so much more, like, to
We'll have to do a
cover, but
part
I think,
2.
yeah, we'll have to do again a part 2. Another thing that we didn't cover, be fun, maybe probably bring on some fun
Yeah.
ladies to chit chat with, but, like pre-owned bags. That's a huge
Oh, yeah.
topic we didn't talk about. We'll save that for next time, but that's, another big, kind of like handbag subtopic is, like,
Sure.
are you okay buying pre-owned and all that kind of stuff? So we'll save that for next
Yes,
time.
that's a whole other thing.
Yes, yeah,
Something
that
I'm not
is.
well versed on, so I think it would be fun to bring on another
Yeah.
person who,
Yes, definitely.
is very well versed in that.
Yes, yeah.
But we are already running pretty
On time.
long.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't believe we already talked about this for
yeah.
about an hour at this
Yes.
point. But I hope that you guys loved this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Um, it's definitely a different topic, but we're kind of just all over the place with what we want to talk about. We just want to talk
Mhm.
about whatever we like and what we've been enjoying and not enjoying. But
What we've been
yeah,
into.
this was kind of overdue, as Anna said. I'm surprised we hadn't done it much earlier. We're already
Yeah.
into our what is this? Close to 50
50.
episodes.
We're close to 50 episodes, yes, and it's just now that we're talking about this, and I feel like we talk about bags, like, pretty decent amount. We're,
Yeah.
like, just doing this
Yeah.
now. So, yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I will
yeah.
definitely do a part 2.
Yeah, share with us, like, what you carry, like, what's your favorite
Yes.
bag at this time? Like, come on, girls, like, I know you guys, like, carry
Or
bags,
guys,
like, yeah, or guys, yeah, like, what you
Yeah.
like to carry, what you can't live without inside your bags is a cool thing as well. So yeah, leave us a bag emoji, send us an OA
Mhm.
text message, leave us a comment, a DM, or message us on Instagram threads or
Yeah.
Instagram or threads. We'd
Yeah.
love to hear from you.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow, rate, and subscribe to our podcast. Like we said, we're on Instagram, we're on Threads, we're on YouTube. We are still on TikTok. Now that it's
Oh, I
back,
barely post on that. I think I always forget TikTok, but yeah,
we're
we're
still
there
on
too.
here.
Yes, for now it's still there, but I think that's, I don't know, who
But
knows.
yeah, go
Okay.
ahead to follow, rate, and subscribe to all of those good things. Let us know what you'd like to see more from us. But until next time, friends, stay away.
In the best way. Bye.
Bye. Oh, this is where I'm getting my double goodbye from.
Oh,
If you're watching this, or if you're listening to this, I'm waving goodbye with 2 of my hands. And I
like
don't think
this.
I've ever done that before.
Oh, okay. You only do it here.
I only do it here, but now I do it in real life. So if you see me and
Oh,
I do a
okay.
double wave, I'm sorry.
No, I think you do it in real life too.
No, I used Now I go like
Now
this,
use
and it's
this.
just
Yeah.
okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.